really important win for us today. Massively important win. I mean, I know against Newcastle, obviously, you sort of said, I'm not really that excited. But, you know, can we do it away to Burnley? You know, Chris Wood up front, Ashley Barnes up front. A lot of physicality. But we nullified them. We nullified them from the jump, and it was a very convincing performance, very easy workmanlike performance in here.
Yeah, very, very convincing performance. I'm actually quite surprised, not because of the players we have, but just because of the quick turnaround in terms of having to play Newcastle and then coming to this game now. I thought there'd be some tired legs out there, but props to Ollie for resting people like James and whatnot, and then bringing Matic in when he needed to, obviously. So yeah, I mean, a great performance from everyone. I can't really fault anyone's performance today, from front to back. The standout performance, Williams, for me, was really good.
Let's talk about him, Miles, because every time he plays, like I said, he keeps playing in the difficult games. You know, where it's a big question to ask a young lad. Can you stand up and be counted away at Burnley? Can you do it away at Chelsea? And he's doing it in the big games. So how is he progressing for you?
There's definitely room for him to be brought into the first team. That's what I've always thought. There were a couple odd games, one in particular, where I just gave him a really bad rating because I didn't think he had a good game. But he's a human being.
Sheffield United, huh?
Yeah. He's a human being, and he will have those games, and he's still a young kid. But from the majority of what he's shown that he can slot into this team. He's shown, like McTominay did, that maybe some of the youth really are good enough to be just put in there and given a go. So in terms of the future in 2020. You just got to keep putting him in there, man. And he's given Luke Shaw a run for his money, I think, personally.
He plays differently. It's like he offers different attributes to him. Andreas, an assist straight off to get us going. I think we got the goal at the right time. We got a goal that it really put. Mike, brilliant today from the boys. Are they happy in there going into 2020?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're feeling good.
Nice to win away, yeah.
It is. Yeah. Tell them to keep it up. We need some consistency, Mick.
Any signings, Mike? You reckon?
Signings in January?
We'll wait for your tweet later, Mike.
Mike's happy. That's always good. He was going to spill the beans. He did. But yeah, Andreas, he's done well to release the ball at the right time and get the goal exactly when we needed it, which was just before half time.
Yeah, and fair play to
Martial.
him. Yeah, fair play to him. He's been given a bit of stick over the last few weeks, which was rightly so for me. He's needed to kind of work into his position and really solidify himself as our number 10. Today he had a really good game. He was lively, buzzing all over the place. So fair play to him, getting the assist as well, and just putting in a really good performance, man. It's what we wanted to see today, and he worked tirelessly.
I'm going to ask you this. Matic came in today. Yeah. Ricky loved it. He absolutely loved it.
Stood behind the camera listening.
But I have to say, he was good today. And I know that it's difficult because it's only one game, but he did do really well.
He did. Sorry, we're just seeing who's coming out. The whole coach stuff. He did do really well. He did the job that he needed to do. I think Fred, being as mobile as he was today, meant that Matic was able to kind of sweep up, do all the little, holding people off that maybe Pogba might do or whatever. So I think him being in there was actually the right person to be in there
for this game.
Yeah, just a bit of like doggedness.
Could it go on though, Miles? Could it? Because look, McTominay's done brilliantly. He gets about the pitch. So this is just I'm not trying to do a knee-jerk. I'm just opening up the discussion.
Yeah.
Is Fred and Matic a decent pair, and with maybe Pogba ahead of that then?
Well, I think Matic is a bit of a specialist player in terms of when you have those big midfielders like Burnley, or just big players and that Burnley have. He is the guy that provides a bit of strength. Don't know what he said. He's that guy who provides a bit of strength. Someone who just kind of holds people off and then gives off the ball, gives it off to Fred, who can do the more mobile stuff. So with that being said, I don't think he can come in and play every game because you have to adapt to different teams. So sometimes Fred and McTominay work better for me because they're just both more mobile. They don't necessarily have the same amount of strength that Matic does. But in the games, in the trickier games, I think Fred and McTominay should be the partnership.
But Matic can, like you said, bring attributes to the
Matic,
table.
Obviously with his age and like Juan Mata as well, they are specialist players now. They're players where when certain teams come with certain characteristics, that's when you need to put them in. And I think Ollie did well. Obviously McTominay is injured, but Ollie did well in terms of realising that, okay, we needed someone who's just going to be strong in midfield, give it off to Fred or give it off to the defenders and just keep the game moving. And so for that, I applaud him 100% for bringing Matic into the team.
Cool. So, and to finish off, who's your man of the match?
Wow. There's so many. And this is not to say that anyone else shouldn't be.
Yeah,
man
no,
of
it's
the match,
difficult. It's
because
difficult.
there's so
This
many-
is how you want a man of the match choice to be.
100%.
You know, there's so many candidates.
100%. For me, it was Fred. I think maybe I'm being a bit biased in terms of his previous games and kind of factoring that into it, but he's too consistent.
Yeah.
Really, really consistent. When his partner McTominay isn't in there, cool, Matic is in there and he still puts in a performance. When McTominay has to come off injured in the last game, bang, he puts in a performance with Pogba next to him. Today, same thing, man.
So he's the common denominator there.
He is, and I think he's going to be pivotal. Obviously, it's a perfect time, it being the end of the year and whatnot, to talk about highlights, but I think he's going to have a great 2020 and I think he's one to watch.
Respect, bro. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.